What is a digital wallet?
Well, that would be a place to store your digital assets.
Well, let's make it simple. NFTs are changing the world, and change can feel complicated and scary. But listen, you don't need a computer science degree. You don't need to learn how to code. You just need practical skills to win.
If you are here, you are in the 1% of humans that are preparing for this major cultural shift. We're going to keep it fun. We're going to keep it light. We're going to make it practical. Welcome to NFTs Made Simple.
Just a reminder, we're not financial advisors. This is not financial advice, and you should do your own research.
Hey, let's get into it.
All right, so Dragon, let's talk about wallets. A crypto wallet, let's break down the definition. A cryptocurrency wallet is an app that allows cryptocurrency holders to store and retrieve their digital assets. When a user acquires cryptocurrency, such as a Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana, they can store it in a wallet and from there use the currency to make transactions such as purchasing an NFT. All right, so Dragon, we've laid out the textbook definition. How is this practical? Let's make it simple.
Well, it's not this. I'm holding up in my hand right now an actual wallet. And that's what, it's interesting when we hear these words, we automatically assimilate what it is that we know about it. So traditional, when you look at a wallet, like what do you put in a wallet? Too much stuff, right? But technically you're supposed to keep your currency, your cash, and currency as we know it, cash, credit cards, and identification and stuff like that. And the purpose of a wallet would be to have all of those things in your pocket so that you could draw them out whenever you need them to interact. So the main difference that, because what's interesting, and we were talking about this, Mark, the first time I even found out, because I wanted to play with cryptocurrency, I wanted to start buying cryptocurrency. And the first thing that I heard is, oh, you got to put it in a wallet. And I'm like, what do you mean? So I thought wallet. And the first interaction with this idea was that it was like a safer place to put the cryptocurrency, which I like that idea. Like if I'm going to have money somewhere, because I was a little apprehensive what it even meant. We've gone over all these terms like blockchain and stuff. Like I took my US money and I bought cryptocurrency. So I had it and I bought it in a marketplace, which we'll talk about. But then I was told by some friends, not interesting, marketplace didn't tell me anything. I bought it in Coinbase and nowhere was I taught that I needed to put it in a wallet. I heard that from friends and YouTube videos. So
but Coinbase, to your point, Coinbase has a digital wallet function built in. It's a hot wallet.
It does, but
it's not that complicated. You go to a marketplace, you buy anyone that owns crypto, you have a wallet already, right?
Right. Well, but what's interesting is I bought my currency in Coinbase, but that doesn't mean that I was holding it in a Coinbase wallet. Right. I just bought it there, but I was told, here's my point is I was told, and a lot of people that are interacting with cryptocurrency probably know this. I was told you should put that in a wallet. So the first instinct that I had, or the understanding is that it was a safer place. But then the other thing that I noticed, because, this is about NFTs made simple. I started to notice that whether I wanted to purchase an NFT or anything for that matter, because we're seeing a lot of people starting to say that they accept cryptocurrency. What I found out is that I wouldn't be able to actually take my cryptocurrency and buy something unless it was in a wallet. That was interesting. When it was in my Coinbase, where I bought it in the marketplace, I hadn't put it in a wallet yet. I wasn't able to buy even if I had Ethereum that I bought in Coinbase, I wasn't able to buy an NFT unless it was in this MetaMask wallet, which is the one that I chose. So
let's talk about that a little bit more in detail, right? Because we're moving fast. There's a lot of definitions to kind of cover here. So I like the way that you kind of preface this, Dragon. Like when I think of a digital wallet, it's kind of like a mix between your bank account and the wallet that you carry around, right? Because you can, this is where you store all of your cryptocurrency, which cryptocurrency we've covered in previous episodes is kind of like digital cash in a way, right? And there's different types of wallets, right? There's hot wallets, there's cold wallets, and these hot wallets are attached to the internet. They're attached to the internet, which are pros and cons, but it makes it really easy for you to buy and sell your cryptocurrency, makes it easy to buy and sell your NFTs. themselves, right? And to your point, MetaMask is a hot wallet. It's a wallet that is attached to the internet that allows you to actually go to a marketplace to actually buy an NFT.
Right. Well, so the word safe. That's what I wanted to. I like having all my stuff in my own wallet, my pocket. To a certain degree, that keeps it safe. But when it comes to a digital asset like cryptocurrency, keeping it in a wallet gave me the ability to use it. Once I had the wallet, I could buy something from it. Like I could transfer money from the wallet, but it was in a secure place, a secure, protected place. So, that was the idea behind it. So I said, okay, I'm going to go get a wallet and I'm going to take my cryptocurrency and put my cryptocurrency in the wallet for safekeeping. And also so that like I said, now my first concern, and this is an interesting thing to think about for new users of cryptocurrency. I bought cryptocurrency and I was excited about the idea that if I bought Ethereum or Cardano or Bitcoin or whatever I was going to buy, I was excited to wake up the next day and see that it grew, right? I wanted to make money from it. So one of my first concerns was, if I take it out of there and I put it in a wallet, is it no longer going to grow? You know what I mean? It's like when you withdraw cash from a bank, this is the way my mind was working, and it's in my pocket, no longer do I have the ability to accrue interest and things like that. So that
right. And your cryptocurrency doesn't gain interest on it if it's sitting in your wallet. It just shifts with, kind of like you see the US dollar is inflating, meaning each dollar is worth less. That's kind of the way that your cryptocurrency works while it's in your wallet, right? If the value of a Bitcoin goes up, your wallet value goes up, right?
It's still that, and that's my point, is once I put it in the wallet for safekeeping, it still lived on the blockchain. That's what I'm saying is, it was still living in this space where it could benefit. Now there's a whole other concept, and there's another topic that we'll talk about when you actually take your cryptocurrency and you stake it. That's another thing where you can actually leverage, earning from it even more. But for the sake of this episode, we're just talking about this concept of creating a digital wallet. So once I put my cryptocurrency in this wallet, I went through the process of that. I very, very quickly realized, and I was a little scared of the whole concept because I watched a YouTube video like a lot of people do, and I saw there were so many different steps associated that I didn't understand. So I kind of backed off of it for a little bit. But once I went and played with it, as you know, I was just guided through a process, basically adapting, these safekeeping keys and things like this that were protecting my money in the wallet. So that made me feel good. I liked the idea that my cryptocurrency was in this entity, this digital wallet that nobody else could touch. Yeah. And it's pretty amazing. But then, in another episode, we're going to talk about all these safe words and things like that. But
safe word is not something you say when your girlfriend gets a little bit too hot and heavy.
Right. It's different kind of safe word.
Different. It's similar, but a little bit different. Hey, what's up? Mark here. Just want to take you on a quick break with a resource I think is really going to help you. Some of the concepts that we're covering in the show sound really complicated and really technical. But listen, you don't need to code. You don't need to get a master's degree in computer science. All you need to do is have the right resources. We're going to make it simple. We're going to make it easy. I've got a link below. Go to www.nftsmadesimple.com. That's nftsmadesimple.com. You're going to get a free cheat sheet there. It's 100% free. What are you waiting for? Go get the cheat sheet. We're going to break down some of the key definitions in ways that are really practical and really simple. Go to nftsmadesimple.com right now to get your free cheat sheet. That's nftsmadesimple.com. All right, let's get back into the show. So I do kind of want to lean in a little bit to your point that you're making, Dragon, about security and safety, because typically we think, oh, my money's in the bank with Chase. My money is protected, right? Chase, Wells Fargo, whatever. Then I don't know about you, but it's like these credit card companies send me 3 new credit cards every year because your bank account is constantly being compromised. When you've got a wallet with your crypto properly attached, it's much safer if you're being safe. It's like you can't just go around giving out your ATM PIN code to everyone. So there are some things that you need to understand. And, with these hot wallets that are connected to the internet, The benefit is your money's more liquid, your cryptocurrency is more liquid. It's much easier. It's more possible to purchase an NFT. It's much more easy to transfer Bitcoin or Ethereum from wallet to wallet. The problem is it is more vulnerable to hackers. You know, there was a recent instance where this person who owned this Bored Ape collection, Bored Apes being some, you know, high priced NFTs, clicked a link, and a hacker got the link, got into his computer, got into his hard wallet, and stole $2 million worth of Bored Apes. So that's something that made me say, like, whoa, these hard wallets these hot wallets are a little bit scary because of that.
Well, you know, this brings up a really interesting point for the novice. And, you know, it's important that you know that Mark and I might be like just a touch ahead of novices, you know, and you guys are coming along this ride. It's important to understand that the scary part of this new frontier, you know, called the blockchain and Web3 and cryptocurrency and putting your money into this new unknown world is that we live in a world where there's a lot of people that are, you know, make a living out of screwing on one another. So he just used the word, you know, like hackers and things like this. So as you go through the process, and it's not that complicated, you hear the difference between what's called a hot wallet, as he said, and a cold wallet. And I remember when I first heard that, I'm like, can we just have like a wallet and just put it in there and everything's fine? But I understand why there's a difference, because I'm now at the point where I just for the first time bought a cold wallet. So for the sake of somebody that's just playing, you don't have to play such a big like Bored Ape game right away, even with purchasing cryptocurrency. I recommend that you play a small game and play around in this realm so you don't have a lot of stress in it. Yeah. But in essence, once I created this wallet, I recognized why I had the wallet, and it was a safe place and a place that I can interchange and you know, send money and receive money without having to worry about my money. But as we're evolving, we're recognizing that in that environment, it's still not 100% safe, because we're hearing from different sources that hackers are learning how to get into that hot environment. So real simply put, getting a cold wallet, and I'll just not in any way looking to, you know, tell anybody what it is to get, but I just bought a cold wallet, and the one that I got is called the Ledger Nano X. And how did I figure that out? Just from somebody that I was watching on YouTube, somebody reputable that I follow. So hypothetically, right now, this cold wallet is coming in the mail. It's it actually looks like a USB port. And I'm going to be able to hypothetically store my cryptocurrency, still living on the blockchain, but in an even safer environment called the cold wallet. So
so let's just briefly. So I think there's a couple points. You know, listen, if you're listening to what we're talking about millions of dollars being stolen, don't freak out. Don't freak out. The fact that you're here right now means that you're at the cutting edge. Even if even if you're not really understanding all the definitions, this is practical stuff here. It's not that complicated. I don't need to know how to code to be on Facebook, right? Doesn't need to be that complicated. We're going to have an entire episode. We're going to have episodes that talk about how to avoid being scammed, aka don't click on any links from people you don't know. But we're going to have a lot on that. But the bottom line is, once you understand like how not to get scammed, you're going to be way safer with this than you are with other things. But we talked about hot wallet, and I just kind of want to break down what a cold wallet is, because they both have pros and cons. They're kind of like the inverse. Again, hot wallet, hot on the internet, easy to make transactions, but more vulnerable to hackers. A cold wallet is not hooked up to the internet. It's like a USB drive, or this wallet that the Dragon here is talking about. There's also Trezor wallet. There's a bunch of different cold wallets, but that's offline, so way safer. However, it's less liquid. It's harder for me to do transactions. So one of the things that I think practically about this, right? Like if I'm going out to the mall and I've got, let's say, I don't know, a few $100 in my personal wallet, I got $400 in my personal wallet. It's pretty easy for that to be stolen. But I'm not putting my entire nest egg in my wallet going to the mall, right? I've got a bank account, I've got a safety deposit box, and that's kind of the way that I think of a cold wallet, right? It's somewhere that it's much safer. It's kind of like your long-term cash, right?
Yeah, that's a perfect analogy. It makes total sense. And therefore, you might be interchanging in between a cold wallet and a hot wallet as well. Right now, I have a fairly decent sized cryptocurrency portfolio, and it's all in a hot wallet right now. And as I'm going through this, I'm looking to say, I want to be able to use it. I want to be able to buy NFTs. I'm starting to create my own NFTs and playing around in that area. So I need a wallet. That's why my money's in there. But I'm also now moving to this next phase where I'm looking to make sure it's safe and secure. Because for me, my investments, Mark and I have talked about this, in NFTs and cryptocurrency, I don't really look at it as something for me. It's for my children. So just like I've got my savings funds and stuff like that I'm saving up. I'm starting to do that now with cryptocurrency, and it's a pretty simple process once you start playing with it. But I can tell you, when I looked at it from afar, it seemed exhausting, and it made me want to back up.
Yeah, no, it seems exhausting, but listen, if you're here, you're on the right track. We're going to make it simple. We're going to make it easy. The reality is, if you want to buy your first NFT, it's not that complicated. You go to Coinbase, you could go to MetaMask, you can set up your wallet, and you're almost there. You can almost start buying and trading NFTs. But before that, we need to talk about secret recovery phrases. We're going to talk about that in the next episode.